As a professor of global strategy, I spend a lot of my time going around the world, working with executives, and I often encounter that they face many challenges in hard-to-predict, turbulent environments, in particular in emerging markets. This is super important for two reasons. First of all, most companies recognize that it's emerging markets where they're going to find most of their business growth in the years ahead. And secondly, what companies also observe is they cannot really get a consistent behavior of their managers and a consistent effectiveness of the decisions they take. I'll give you two examples. We interviewed one manager from France who was operating in Africa. This manager was scared to give power to his team, so he spent most of his time triple checking their decisions because he didn't trust them. This meant he lost time in making the strategic decisions that his company expected him to make while on assignment. By contrast, we interviewed another manager, an Italian, who was running a pharmaceutical company in China, and he took the exact opposite approach. He spent his time trying to understand Chinese culture. Instead of living in a villa outside the city and having a chauffeur to drive him to the office, he lived in the center of the city and he rode a bike to the office. He went shopping with local people. He tried to understand China. Companies can't rely upon individuals making these kinds of decisions. They need to develop systematic talent management programs for emerging markets. We see two recommendations. The first is that companies need to promote senior managers from emerging markets within their companies, because it's these managers that are best able to cope with the uncertainty that we find there. Second, if you are going to send a manager who's not from an emerging market, you should spend more time on building their stamina and experience in the markets themselves. It is simply not enough to send them on a 1 or 2 day training session on cross-cultural management or sending them an information pack by email and expecting them to read it. At Hult, we have one of the most diverse classrooms you'll ever find. In a class of 70 participants, you'll have 30 to 40 nationalities represented. That means the conversation we have and the shared perspectives we gain are unrivaled anywhere in the world. Hult is the most global classroom you'll ever find.